Hello everyone, welcome back to Divine Journey 2. Last episode we explored both Aether and Issachar to get access to extra utilities too, where I believe we can make a mob farm, which should be amazing. Between episodes, I have moved the excavator to an osmium vein. I'm not sure why I built it in the air, don't ask questions. The osmium should be quite useful for making these two, and osgoglass, which we need a lot of. I think first thing I want to do is make some fire mills. These have been buffed quite a bit. They're way better than the water mills, and they're about the same price, and we don't need to make this manually now, so this should be quite easy. I'll make 5, so 5 of these, and 5 fire mills. Awesome, these need to be above fire, so this should be fine. These are producing 8 each, which is pretty good, so with everything together, we're producing 61 grid power. We might be able to use speed upgrades in the resonator now. Like so. So if we make some more Osgo Lapis, there we go. Can we sustain this? Not quite. We can have 2. It's better than nothing. There we go. A bit of automation. So I want to make a mob farm. There's a few things we have to do before that. I think we need a enchanter to make stuff for the mob masher. I think both the spikes and this are used in the craft. So we have to make a machine block. Which seems easy. There we go. We are also going to need some moonstones. I've done this before. It's kind of scary. Once we craft this, we have 10 seconds before it explodes. So we have to craft the moonstones as fast as we can. This should be fine. There we go. It's easy if you don't panic. Now we can make the enchanter. We just need some quartz burn, which is quartz in the resonator. This is a cool block. Anyway, this is nice and easy. I think this is going to need some bookshelves. I'm tempted to just steal the ones from here. It's fine. How do I set this up? It might have to be temporary. I can put it here and power in from the top with these around here. For now, we just need some more cables. There we go. So with the enchanter, we can make some magical wood. We can even have the other 2 speed upgrades. Now it's only 26 seconds. Instead of a minute 20. It still takes a while. There we go. And we also need to make enchanted ingots. These are much faster and quite cheap, so I'll make a stack. Okay, looks like we're going to have to make some Demon Lord ingots, which are pretty easy to do, which is lunar reactive dust and demon ingots, which is just gold. So if you make this sort of shape with lava, we can throw gold in this and there is a chance it turns into demon ingots, or you can just throw it in the corner. And it's 100% because it won't ever get burned. There we go. An easy 4 stacks. I think I'll just rebuild this setup whenever I need the ingots. I don't know where to put it really. I'm going to make just over 2 stacks of this because we're going to need a lot for the mob farm. There we go. We also have to make some mob grindium, which is just gunpowder and this, but we don't have enough gunpowder at the moment. We're missing about a stack. I'm going to try craft some using this recipe. It seems quite cheap. It's just netherrack, charcoal, magma cream, and infernal bulb, which we're growing. So we should be able to get enough. How much will this get me? Easy. Over a stack. That's way easier than hunting creepers. So if my calculations are correct, we need 2 stacks and 9 to make everything for our mob farm. I think it's just 2 stacks. Actually, there we go. Because I think the 9 are going to need to be these. Open ingots. I've just discovered something amazing. You can use nether reed for paper instead of sugarcane, and you can find blocks of this in the nether. That's awesome. So much paper. Alright, we're very close. We just need one of these, and the craft is relatively simple. We are going to have to fill it though, so it needs to be day, so we can leave it in the sun. This does despawn by the way, so don't just leave them around, but I think it is done now. Yes, awesome. And now we have everything to make the mob masher. We are going to have to make the spikes though, but this should be fine. So all we need is 3 diamond gears. Is it not made that way? Oh, I see. That was the reason these were extended by 1. Now I remember. So we need 1 more conveyor belt on this one. The items will spill out, but at least the hopper works that way. There we go. So 2 mob grinding blocks. And there we have it, the mob masher. And some free diamonds. Thank you. Okay, before we make the actual mob farm, there's a few more things that we're going to need. A drop of evil to make the ground cursed earth, and I also want 3 of these fans. Looks like we're going to need 2 more open ingots for the vacuum hopper. That should be fine. There we go. 1 vacuum hopper. And we're also going to need 4 more mob grindium for the absorption hopper. I forgot to account that. So we need some more demon lord and some more of this. And now we can make the absorption hopper. Oh, we get some back. Oops. Now we can make 3 open blocks fans. And now 3 of these mob fans. These are very powerful. They can be upgraded. And some more of this back. Okay. The only thing we're missing are the drop of evil and a bunch of these upgrades. We have run out of redstone. So I'm not sure what to do. Because each one of these upgrades requires 4. And I'm going to need 32 of these upgrades. Which is 2 stacks of red alloy and 2 stacks of mob grindium. I did miscount slightly. But we're not that far off. The redstone is going to be a problem though. I don't know what to do about that. I could just go mining. Or I can ignore these 2, the looting and sharpness, and just make the ones I need, which are the fan upgrades. And then off camera, I can mine for some redstone and upgrade the mob masher later. That's what I'm thinking. So I'll probably do that. So I will go to the nether to find some wither ash and maybe necrotic bones, but they can drop from wither skeletons. So I'll do that. Ooh, full green bar. Ignore the poison. Okay, nether time. Yay! That's 1 bone. 3 more to go. Two bones. Halfway there. It's kind of hard. I feel like we have a very small nether fortress. So not many spawn. Why are the pigmen mad at me? Yay, 3 bones. We either need 1 more wither ash or 1 more bone. Stop making me explode, please. I don't like it. That's what the unstable enchant does. Definitely don't want that on my next armor set. Yay, we have 4. Home time. That took longer than I thought. And there we go. The drop of evil. I think when I use this, I will mine some of the cursed earth with Silk Touch, because I think you can do that. Then we don't have to craft it again. I think it just spreads. Okay, I think we have everything for this mob farm, so let's get building. Okay, I have built an area down here. It's in a bit of a weird place, but it's fine. So this is built at Y12, so we can get the Divine RPG mobs. And I've got a little window out of dark, ineffable glass, so you can walk through it, which is helpful. I've placed down our 3 fans and the mob masher. The problem is, if you show the area on these mob fans, you can see that we need some upgrades. 1 range for this middle one, and 2 width, and 2 range for these side ones, and that should be fine. By the way, this is a 15 by 7 area. I was going to do a full chunk, but these are kind of expensive. And on top, we have the lights. I made it like this because it might be too fast for the absorption hopper, because the transfer rate on that isn't very good. So if it is too fast, we'll just leave the edges on, but we will see. Also, we have the drawer controller here, connected to all the drawers with trim, so we should be able to connect this up with a storage bus, and it should be fine. I want the absorption hopper to go here, with items to the east, and fluids to the west. I will place a tank here for the XP. By the way, this is what I did with the roof. I think it's cool. I don't know. And I've also been mining for redstone. So now we have enough red alloy for all the upgrades we want. But before that, I want to make a drum for the XP. This seems easy. That's the stone one, and the iron one. How much does this store? 256 buckets. That's pretty good. The next one's kind of expensive, so I don't think I'll be doing this. We're going to need 5 distance modifiers and 4 width modifiers. So we need some of this. That should be fine. I think we're growing that. There we go. I think fortune works on that. So for this, and for width. The distance ones require aerogel. Okay, good. We have enough. That's nice. Okay, now the expensive ones. I want 10 sharpness. This one's quite cheap actually. And 10 look. Which requires this. But we did do this last episode, and it really wasn't that bad. We already have 3, so we need to do 3 more lots of this craft. This seems fine. But first I'll do the sharpness one. We need 10 emerald swords. Not too expensive. We have to do this one at a time. There we go. Now we just have to focus on this one. We'll get some more gravitite going. The only thing we have to worry about is collecting some poison and some aerogel. Before I go to the Aether, I do want to go to the Nether to grab some lava. Okay, I think we have everything. There we go. All done. So we can craft 9 more of this. And 10 looting upgrades. Okie dokie. So these side ones need 2 width. Oh, oops. I need 2 extra width modifiers. How did I mess that up? That's fine. They also need 2 distance, which gets them to there. I'll do the same with this one. Ow. Ow. And this one at the end only needs 1 distance. Okay. I'll be right back. I'll make 2 more width. There we go. Wasn't that bad. So 1 in this one, and 1 in this one. There we go. It works now. We can also put 10 sharpness and 10 looting on the mob masher. And we should be ready to go. I do need the lights off, so we can place down the cursed earth. This should do the entire thing. And we're going already. I was hoping this turns into cursed earth. Apparently not. I think we are going to need to extend this, or at least change the offset. Yeah, like this. There we go. Perfect. Now everything's picked up. Also, we should put down this to get experience. We're about full, so I will turn on the lights. Some of the mobs keep on spawning, regardless of light level, for some reason. Yeah, like those ones. So I want an item conduit into a controller slave. Now we should be able to start filtering stuff. I will start at this end. It's not going in right now. The trim might not be connected. No, it goes to here. Let me fix that. Now it's going in. Also, apparently we have golden pickaxes. I believe I can store these if I use a hopper and unlock it. Realmite, rupee, zombie brain, gunpowder, inferium, arlemite, creeper heads, arrows, bones, cobwebs, corrupted shards, torches, zombie heads, string, spider eyes, terran shards, ender shards, rotten flesh, skeleton skulls. What else are we missing? I do have a trash can. I don't want to connect it just yet because I feel like we're missing quite a few. Like enderman drops. I'll turn it on for a bit. These pickaxes are so annoying. Well, we can store carrots, tongue of dog, iron ingots. I think I will just filter ender pearls. And then add the trash can. So insert on a lower priority. So anything that can't go in the drawers will be binned. It's pretty fast. Okay, the backlog is gone. I will turn it on again. And I'll keep an eye out for anything I want. Ooh, lots of useful stuff. We get red hearts. Also, we are getting ender pearls, which is great. It does seem too fast for the item conduit. What I might do is just use a few more, because we probably don't have access to this. No. Not quite. It might look ugly for a bit, so we'll do this. There we go. This should be a lot faster. Not really. Wait, hold on. It's working, I think. Potatoes. Okay, I'm pretty comfortable with this. Everything seems to be fine. It's a bit ugly right now, but it's fine. We do have space for quite a lot more drops, but I don't know how much other stuff is useful. There might be a few rare ones that we're voiding. Oh, yeah, I just saw a trophy. Those might be useful. The creeper one is, at least. So I might end up filtering those. Enderman head might be useful. We don't have any though. We might have to wait for one, I guess. I don't know. We're also going to need to store witch drops. but they're quite rare. I think only one spawned so far, and we voided the stuff. Witches drop these things. There we go. Ooh, what's this? I'll add it to the wall. Ooh, ender crystals. There's so much stuff I'm voiding by accident. Yeah, I'm going to be filtering this for a while. I don't want to void anything important. Oh, I just missed the creeper trophy again. That's like the 4th time I've seen it. Anyway, other than that, I'm pretty happy with everything I've gotten. The only important thing is the creeper trophy, really. I don't want to stand here forever. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time by doing that. We're doing very well on ender pearls, over 2 stacks, which is pretty good. Oh, and another creeper trophy goes. How do I keep doing this? I'm not staying here. I've wasted too much time. I will go refill all of my root stuff, and then we can make some progress. There we go. All full. Okay, to be able to get into thermal and ender IO, we need RF powder, which we need 2 things for. This thing, it does have durability though. We might be able to repair it, so we'll look into that. And we also need XP bottles, so we need this machine, which shouldn't be too bad. We just need another sun crystal, also 4 more, so 5 in total. There we go. Looks like these things do transform, even in the rain, which is funny. There we go, all 5 are done. I will go sleep, it's always raining, so we can make an XP bottler. Now if we go down to our mob farm, any creeper trophies? I keep looking. Anyway, we can put this down, next to this, and we can auto drink. Bottles of enchanting. Brilliant! Okay, we're done. An entire stack. I'm still looking for trophies. I have to stop. Now we can craft the thermal conductor rod. And now we have access to RF powder. With these 2 things that we just made, and bronze blend, and also GP powder. I'm thinking we craft a little more GP powder, and then make 32 of that into a stack of RF powder. I think that's a good idea. We've got a lot of crushing to do. Okay, everything has done. So we can dupe more GP powder, and 32 of this will become a stack of RF powder. There we go, and a trophy. Yay! Awesome. I believe we are now in the first tech block. It lasts quite a while. 4 chapters, right up until Abyssal Craft. So I think we'll be here for a while, but now we can make machine frames from thermal, which I'm very happy about. Thermal machines are so much better than those ones, or even mechanism ones. They're very upgradable, and also can auto input and output. I love them a lot. There is lots to do in this first chapter. We get access to the crafting terminal, and also conduits, which would be so nice. So I would like to rush those, kind of. So I think what we're going to have to do is get rosin, get these resonant clathorites as well, to get access to the crafting terminal. So I think the fractionating still is one of the first things we do. But first, I'd like to make a bunch of machine frames, which requires a bunch of machine blocks, which requires a lot of steel casing. I will try and craft 8. I think that's a good number to start with. So 8 steel casing and 8 machine blocks. Now we just need some tin gears and seared bricks. This doesn't work right if I do this. No. I will extend it by 1 and put it here. Now it works. Awesome. As for the seared bricks, I want to use this. I will refill the coke ovens as well and crush a bunch of this coal coke so we can squeeze it. This might be enough though. We should be able to put it in the furnace and cast it out. There we go. We should get tons from this. The seared stone byproduct from HB graphite turned out to be useful. Who knew? Now we should have everything to make 8 machine frames. Awesome. So what I want to do first is make 2 fractionating stills to turn coal into naphtha and to turn naphtha into refined fuel, because we're going to need this. We also need a magma crucible to get liquefied coal, and it looks like we also need a fluid transposer to make energized dark stuff, which is tar and bitumen. Luckily we get tar as a byproduct from the fractionating stills, and bitumen you just get from oil sands, which are everywhere. I just haven't been mining them. We only have 22. I might go pick some of that up. I imagine I can get a couple stacks in like a minute, so I'm not too worried about that. There we go. 2 fractionating stills. And the magma crucible is very cheap. I'll make it straight away. There we go. I think I also want a pulverizer. Then the only thing I need to input is coal. I think that's a good idea. There we go. Everything's so cheap. And we also need a fluid transposer. There we go. Awesome. Ooh. Flux ducts are very cheap. I might as well make them. Okay. I don't really know where to put this. How about here? It might make the wall look better as well. We just need to connect this to that. There we go. We have power. I'm not sure how to hide that. It's fine. So we can go pulverizer, magma crucible, fractionating still, buffer, and fluid transposer. I wish it could be centered. It's fine. So this is coal. It gets pulverized, melted. This first one should give tar. This second one should give sulfur. We'll deal with the other ones later. There we go. Everything has power. I'm not sure what to do with that. I could do this. There we go. Now we can set everything up. Well, that's annoying. We get sulfur as a byproduct from pulverizing. I guess we have 2 sulfur drawers? I don't know. So we can have it set up like this, with a bunch of coal. And now we melt it down into liquefacted coal. Now this goes into a fractionating still with this configuration. The same for this one. For some reason, we can't pull from the left from one of these. I'm not sure why. Do we even need refined fuel as a fluid? No. Oh, okay. I guess you can craft them this way, but it's way better to use a fluid transposer. So I'll just do that. Now it works. Okay, and now it's symmetrical. I thought we were going to need refined fuel as like a liquid, but basically the only use is this, so it's fine. And now we can put a drawer above and below. This is going to be for dark ingots and energized dark ingots. So we're going to need a bunch of these. We do have the tar now. We just need the bitumen. So I'm going to go mining for like 5 minutes. See how much we can get. We can even steal some torches from our mob farm. Whoa. We're doing good on ender pearls. 6 stacks. This has been running for about 2 hours. So very good. This is what we're looking for. We might be better using Silk Touch if we had it on our shovel. We'll do it later. Okay, we have over a stack. It's probably fine. We should be able to get a load more if we had either Silk Touch or Fortune. Then we can get 3 per ore, or with Fortune, probably the same. So I might look into that. I might do Silk Touch. It's 3 guaranteed, and you get tar if it's oil sands. Also, going to autumn might help. It's everywhere there. But for that, I do need to upgrade my shovel. It's almost there. We now have a bunch of tar as well, so I'll make a stack of dark ingots. There we go. Pokemon joke there. Okay, now we can energize this. It should be quite efficient. It's only 100 millibuckets per ingot. So with our current lot, we can do 80 ingots. I should probably look into a buffer for that. These 2 steps are quite slow. This one's always backed up. So yeah, I might do that. Is there anything that these dark ingots do? Because if not, I will energize all of them. Yay! Now we can make dark steel, which does have a good armor set, I believe. Where is it located? I have no idea. Oh, okay, here it is. It's just called the dark set. It's diamond, dark steel, and enderium. I might look into that. Oh yeah, it's over here. I didn't see it. Anyway, what we can do with this ingot is pulverize it and make conduit binder. And conduits. It's been so long. At the moment, we can make 4 stacks of binder, which makes about 4 stacks of conduits. So not the best, but it's fine. Next, I want to look into the crafting terminal. So we're going to have to get rosin. I think we'll go this path with the sawmill. Doesn't seem too bad. There we go. We do need an augment though to get rosin. This is fine, but we do need an upgrade kit to use the augment, I'm pretty sure. Oh, never mind. They have 1 slot by default. Normally they don't, I don't think. That's nice. We don't need to make mithril then, which is good. I don't want to do this yet. There we go. We are going to need a fractionating still, another one, for this resin, which we can get this way, from wood. There we go, another fractionating still. I'll set this up over here, sawmill, and one of these. There we go. Everything has power. So we put logs in here, and we get planks out here, and it should make resin into rosin, and tree oil, which can go up into this. That's what I'm hoping happens. We don't have that much wood. Oh wait, this is making sap. We don't want that. Yeah, okay. It's pretty much every wood, except oak. We only have oak, and a bit of birch. I think eucalyptus works, and the trees are quite big. We only get 10 though. The best is fir or spruce. You know what? I think the other way's better. This way. We do need one of these though, and they're kind of expensive. For now I'll do this, but I will look into that later because it's completely passive. It uses no power as well. You can just stick it on a tree and get resin all the time. Yeah. Let's process some more nickel ore to get platinum. We need a tiny bit more. We're also going to need an induction smelter, so I'll get on that now. We got 6. I think that's fine. We need 8 in total, and I think we have 3. There's the induction smelter. So we can set up one of these, like so. Yeah, we didn't get a single rosin out of like half a stack of wood. This way might be way better. We just need hardened glass, which should be fine. It takes a while. There we go. Now we need some platinum gears, and there we go. Device frame. I don't know why this is so expensive. This is what we need, and it's relatively cheap. Just some diamonds really. There we go. I will use a spruce tree. Are you working? Yes, it is. We've got 100 already, and now we can just put a drum down, and there we go. Resin. I will chunk load the area, and this should constantly run. It's 200 for a chance at rosin. We need 2 rosin to make the crafting terminal, so it shouldn't take that long. Anyway, to make these, we're going to need resonant clathorites, which we do get from the end. So why not fight the Ender Dragon? Because we can do that now. We can make Eyes of Ender. We just need some Ender Pearls. I'll make 20, I think. They might break. How is our resin doing? Almost 2 buckets. We need at least 4 for the quest. We already have 2. 3. We need 1 more. Yay, 4. Awesome. Now it's time to go to the end. We should be fine. It's that way. Ooh, it's going the other way now. Please don't be in the ocean. Oh, it's definitely in the ocean. Maybe not though. Oh, there it is. We can even use augment. Where's the portal room? Oh, okay. It's just over here. Hello. There we go. We probably should grab a bed and come back. I'll just steal this one. It's not actually that far away. Only 1,000 blocks, which is like 3 minutes with this spell. Bed. Okay. It's Ender Dragon time. I will collect this potion. I don't want to die of fall damage. Oh wait, I thought it was slow falling. Oh well. Oh wait, we need Dragon's Breath. I have 14. That's fine. Why did I drink that potion? Looks like we have everything. We just need to pick up some of this. Somehow. There we go. 56. I can't be bothered doing anything else right now. I want to get rid of this. We have milk. Thank goodness. Yay. That was funny. We're almost there. We just need to make some of these. It should be easy peasy. So rosin and this. There we go. Coated clathrite. Yay. And now with the estimation press, we can make 2 estimation processors. For now, I'll just swap out one of these. I will move these, but I can't be bothered right now. All we need is a formulaic assemblator and 2 calculation processors, and then the ME terminal. And there we go. The crafting terminal. I've missed this so much. This is so much nicer than this. We also get a trophy. So I think that's all we have time for today. I know it seems like we're rushing through the pack, but I just wanted to get the crafting terminal and conduits, because those 2 make my life so much easier. So now we're going to sit back and focus on automating a lot of things. because I think the pack's going to get very hard from now on. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.